for now.
All right, thanks for coming, everyone. The purpose of this meeting is basically demo an integration that we've been trying to implement of iTeach and Truth, where conveners can store documents in Truth, but they are linked from iTeach. I think that's the core of what we're trying to do with this sort of like mini project. So this is a demo. Do we have anything else to add before we proceed?
Yeah, I guess just hopefully last year you mostly got the document that sort of established this project, and it's about supporting conveners knowing what's going on in their units and being able to see the history and what they should be achieving with the unit, and to leave a record for people coming after. What we're also wanting to be able to do is consider how it might be used for first unit review, but also program review. So trying to put documents all in an accessible place that can be accessed easily by people in the unit.
So this is a prototype that we have running. So I'm logged in as a convener, in this case Diego from computing, and this is basically just the iTeach interface as it is, except for one additional column called related files on the right hand side. And what this aims to do is basically if you click on this link, it will take you to Truth, and okay, if you're already logged in, it'll take you directly to a folder in a specified folder structure. So you can see in this sort of units area, we've got administration and all the faculties and departments, and subfolders for units. So the idea here is to just be able to go directly to a folder when you click on a link with all the related files if they exist. If they don't exist, you can add files as well, of course. So for example, let's just grab a file, just a random file, and we can just sort of drag and drop, and that gets uploaded into Truth. And this is all the Truth interface. This is basically just pure Truth. And there you go, so it's the files being uploaded.
The units are automatically linked, so we don't have to create these folders.
That's correct. That's where the value add is
okay.
being.
And so if you've never had Truth space, when you click on the link, it will create that space?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, Truth can be used right now. The problem is it's sort of hidden away, or it's not being used, basically. Previously, there was issues around usability and slowness and a whole bunch of other things. The value add here is just basically to link them together so you don't have to think or do too much work to go directly to a particular folder.
Or come up with your own folder structure, like it's already determined.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Sorry, Arun. Every unit in iTeach will have that link, or it will be by request?
That's where the somewhat interesting part comes in. So not every unit is already in Truth. The folder gets created when you click on that link. So can you think of an academic that, just another academic, who's another academic that we can think of?
Ian Bond.
Ian, sorry?
PLA and
PL?
PLA, yeah.
Ian Bond, oops, autocorrect.
So we had a meeting with Arun a couple of weeks ago, and the committee who's working with him on this gave him some feedback. One of that being in this to have two links, or some indication of whether there's actual documents to see.
Yeah.
So to avoid that idea of you might click on it and you never get anything because no one put anything in there.
Yeah. So so there's like a badge that you can have, so just to indicate how many files actually exist in Truth. So you, it's kind of like when you're on YouTube, you click on something, it's like, sorry, this video is not available in your country. You don't want that happening.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to just see what's if there are already files in there already, or
so you could split that link and just say view, and then you could have bracket 10 files or whatever, or have another link that says add. If there is no view, then that will disappear.
Exactly right. So and this is, and this meeting is kind of an opportunity for you to sort of give us feedback as well. Okay, what was I talking about? Okay.
So these are all Ian's units.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are
Okay.
Ian's units. I've never looked at his profile.
So he doesn't even know that he's got this new column, for example, that
No.
says related files. So if Ian goes to his units tomorrow,
So-
he goes, oh,
No.
where is, no.
This is on a-
this is
This
a
is in
test.
test.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
yeah, this is local. This
Development.
happened in
The development.
not a
Yeah.
production
Okay,
live
but
thing.
eventually Ian will go to his iTeach and
Yeah.
go, oh, related files.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if he's a new
Okay.
convener teaching a HIS 108 for the first time, then you can view what the previous conveners have done and what the associated files are for that
Right.
unit. So I'll just click on this link, and it's taken me to a folder on truth. Under this structure, units, Faculty of Arts, Department of Ancient History, HIS 108. So because this is the first time I've clicked on this link, there's nothing there, but the idea is to populate this. So in future conveners will be able to use it, or even department administrators to populate existing documents in this folder, so the convener can just say, hey, these are the documents associated with that unit
And
over time.
you can set up a file structure on your own computer, like a mirror of what's in truth, and what you put into those folders can be
Yeah.
uploaded into truth.
Yeah, so that's an alternative interface. So this is just like mounting a network drive, if you've ever done that. So it'll just be like a USB thing. So let's try and do that now, actually. So it will just be, oops, typo. So I'll just basically, it's a folder on my computer now, truth. So if I go into, alright, while that simmers away, I'll talk about something else.
So every year,
Yeah.
when the units are fresh in iTeach, the link would still point to this space.
Yes.
That's right.
To the unit folder, you could make subfolders
Yeah.
for each
Year or
instance
whatever.
or
Yeah.
session that it's.
And
One of the questions is how would you organise those files? Would you have a naming convention, or would you have like a folder within that for each year?
Yeah.
We thought maybe semester per year was maybe overkill, but
Yeah.
or you might have them all just in the one folder as long as they're named.
Somehow.
well.
And then if it gets unwieldy, you can put the folder in
Yeah,
later.
you can
Yeah.
change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what sort of files are you seeing that people store in here?
well, that's really open for your use, but I imagined, well, Natalie's provided
Well,
some
that-
example
I just-
documents.
I just put together some, they're empty documents. But, so for us, we do regular unit reviews, so that certainly would go in there. LEUs without the handwritten comments, so the numerical stuff. Exam reports without identifying student information, if we can do that. And any sort of reflections and other things that people want to put in there. One thing that we think either it's not, it may be web form or whatever new system it is, just the establishing document, what it was the unit was designed to do initially, and then any sort of changes or adaptations over time.
So based on those, the drag and drop to a blah blah blah, is
Yeah.
that a truth message? Can be customized? Like, I'm a new convener, I click on there's not many documents. Is there any way that we could have a message, just exactly what Natalie said, this is the folder for all your unit documentation. You could do this, and that, you can drag it, so it's just all in there, so we can tell people what they can
Sure.
do.
So there was the suggestion of like an introductory README sort of file
Yeah.
on this folder, like the
Yeah,
unit
anytime
folder.
a folder gets created.
Yes.
Yeah, you put one of that in.
Can
Reading first.
that be done?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can just do a
Yeah.
freebie first, whatever file name.
Wondering what this thing is.
Yes,
Yeah.
what can
What
you
am I
do
doing
here?
here?
Exactly.
Why am I here?
What are you here for? What
Yes.
kind of files? And
Yeah.
then just put some
And suggest
Examples.
suggested
you know.
use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can definitely do that. And possibly a link to like a documentation page with more info. But just like
Exactly.
an introductory message we can.
That would be grand, because there will always be the one that will know about it, and the ones that, you know,
Yeah,
get
they'll
the
click on the
memo,
link and
and they will
Yeah.
click on the memo and go, what is this, what can I do?
Yeah, we have a list of like feedback from the previous meeting. So I think some of which we've already mentioned. One was to develop a badge or basically a number that indicates how many items are already in that folder,
Yeah,
and a default README, as we've mentioned.
yeah.
The issue of permissions is also like something that we have to surmount or figure out. At the moment, we're thinking of giving contributor level access to the top level folder. So this will give the users the ability to upload documents, but not delete existing documents apart from their own. So we're sort of figuring out the permissions. At the moment, the idea is also to sort of limit access to the department. So if you're convening in a particular department, you can see other folders in that department. So we'll have to figure that out. That's going to be a little bit of a sticking point. And issues, for example, large units. How do we deal with those? They run multiple times and lots of documents or whatever. So we have to figure that out as well. So we have a work list.
You might not want to give them deleting access, but you might want to give renaming access, because sometimes I've seen people take over a unit, or like the DA is doing something and they can't delete somebody else's file, but they're actually uploading, you know, the same file with updated information. So it'd be good to rename it, so they could say this is old or session 1, so
Right.
that they can, you know.
So I do believe that Truth allows you to
Version.
update documents.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if you can do
Even if
rename.
it's somebody else's
I
document?
think you
Oh.
might be able to. I'm not sure. Again, this is a permission issue
Yeah,
that we have to sort of
exactly.
figure out. But I think it does have version control support,
Right.
so that might be something that we can, you know, exploit.
And I'm assuming we can nominate people who would have an administrator access for
Mhm.
each department, so they would be able to do the deletion and renaming and stuff. But yeah, you want as much ability in the hands of the people that need to do it.
Yeah.
So let me try that again. So this is the Truth Dev version. So you can mount the folders as if it's like a drive on your computer and manage it that way if you wish. And these are all kind of features that Truth has by default. So this is something you can do right now. The value add again is just the integration between the two systems.
And that is very easy, just by clicking that link, you know, they have a folder, so
Yeah.
this just make their lives easier.
Slightly easier. Yeah.
And if you use that one too, the web dev folders, it's instead of double handling, people
Yeah.
might keep a local folder structure and then upload it to Truth as well. Yes, they do it that way.
Yeah.
It looks the same.
Yeah, and Truth is that super backed up,
Yeah.
version controlled, everything sort of system. So
Yeah, it was designed to be like an archive system for the university. So, yeah, so that's what we have so far. Yes, this is an opportunity for feedback. You have-
Bulk uploading.
Bulk uploading. I think this was a question that Natalie asked not too long ago, earlier in email. I suggested one option is to use this interface, the mounted interface, and just drag and drop multiple things. I'm not sure if this can handle multiple things. Let's have a look.
I thought you could just select a couple of files and drag and drop it.
Yeah, maybe that can.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how it would handle for like larger files like videos or something. But I think it would be okay for just simple things. So let's have a go at just uploading a whole bunch. Oh, look.
It should be.
It's fine.
yeah.
And I don't know if you do in fold, like if you drag up a
Folders?
folder structure if it maintains that in there.
Yeah.
It should, you would think it would.
Oh, yeah.
Let's find out.
Try.
So the folder. Hello? Ah. And drag and drop still. Okay, it's creating something. But I'm not
It
sure.
didn't manage to put anything in it, but yeah,
Maybe
it
just
was
those.
a failure. I mean,
Yeah, it's not
Anyway,
so
we can
happy
play
with
it.
folders.
what a pain.
Oh no, here
It just says failure for some reason.
you go. Maybe because those documents already exist.
No, I don't think it's
No.
allowed. You have to
No.
create folders in Truth. and
Yeah,
then-
maybe that's one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Yeah, so I guess there's two options. I was thinking the other option is if you have a zip file, you
Yeah.
upload it and
Right.
somehow it unzips. I'm not sure if that's capable of doing that, but that's another option. Yeah, some options there.
Putting instructions on iTeach itself to say what this
Mhm.
is about and
Yeah.
what we're expecting it to have, you know,
Yeah.
and not clutter it as a person, because we end up putting too many things in
Hmm.
there.
Yes,
Like an instruction
Checklist.
of some sort with that.
Yeah,
Or what
a
not to
suggestion
do.
of what should be in there, some sort of naming conventions, you know, make it tidy for people to come after you.
Yeah, that's it.
Leave it in a tidy.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'll just become feral.
Yeah.
exactly. What you should not be doing, would that be included? You shouldn't.
I suppose. I think part of it also is like a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Like we should just encourage people to use truth if this is what you actually want to use.
And different departments or faculties might have different ways that they want it to be used.
How does this tie in with the curriculum restructure that's been announced? I mean,
Yeah,
they're
this
going
is-
for a whole new system and everything
Yeah.
for that.
I don't know,
Well,
I
more
teach is going to continue.
iTeach is independent from the curriculum management system.
Yeah,
So
but that
they
could,
will talk to each other.
yeah, that could hold files as well, like if it's a
Yeah.
new system, it could have
Yeah.
features that could do some of these
No,
functions.
not at that level, because this is learning management system. So iTeach will talk to the curriculum management system. It will be another layer, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
I
we'll
think
just
this
cross
is-
the bridge when we get to it.
Mm.
And there's a chance to get stuff organised in one place
Yeah.
before that arrives
Yeah,
anyway.
that's why when this project came about, we were already working on the curriculum management system and the APL and the academic program life cycle. So it was considered under that light. Are we going to waste the time or everybody's? And it was considered that it could be, you know, implemented as part of the big
Yeah.
picture.
Like a
And
brief.
that's why we went ahead, because it was considered at the time. So hopefully,
Mm.
yeah.
The thing I was reflecting on is, I think this is basically a document repository. I'm assuming you can't put like web links or anything in there.
I think you can have HTML documents. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
but
if
not
it'll
like a
render.
link to a website, so you'd have to have a document with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it might show the document, like render it on the screen, so you might be
Oh,
able
okay,
to
so you
do
could have
that.
an HTML page or
But
whatever.
it might be
Okay.
doing some clever things where it says, hey, this is an external link, I'm going to take you there directly, or
Right.
I haven't
Okay.
tested that, but it's potentially possible.
Because I was thinking with the new system, then it might be easier to link through to the online description there rather than
Mm.
take a PDF and put it in
I had another question. I was at something yesterday and people were talking this special consideration process, that you can generate a report of all the special consideration approvals for a unit, but there's no way for that to live right now. You can sort of get emailed to somebody, or like, would this be a place where a report like that could be stored?
That's got student data.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the risky part.
Yeah, I don't know, because you can't live where.
Where it's accessible?
Yeah, for everybody to access, you gotta have it.
But I don't, it's beyond the scope of what we're
Yeah.
doing here, but is there a case for a truth connection from somewhere restricted to a more restricted option for people that just
That should live somewhere like
Yeah.
emails.
Where does it live now?
Email.
doesn't?
It gets emailed, each individual one gets emailed to the convener,
Right.
but the sort of faculty admins can generate a report of a roll-up of the whole unit, but that doesn't happen. It happens sort of on request. And people are saying, well, is there somewhere that could live so that if it gets generated sort of twice a session, the conveners can go and look at that report instead of having to go through the email to check
Right.
every notification.
I mean, there's no reason why it can't be put in truth, just not as part of this.
Yeah.
So,
Why just not? Because if you go
But
into
it's it would
iTeach,
be
you click
handy
through,
if it
you're already
was
at your units
in one
folder,
Right, right.
even if it's a protected folder in there.
Right.
It might be
And it's a reason for people to go
to
there.
use it, yeah. It's just a thought. I kind of thought that those two things cross over, and obviously the privacy thing is an
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah, it's tricky to nail down all the like possibilities.
Mm.
Should it live inside the unit itself? Because it is, should it live inside Island? I mean,
Well, I guess it's the issue of who does the work.
Mm.
So you're asking the admin of the department to put it up in there, dozens and dozens of units.
Yeah. Anyway, it's something we can follow up.
Was
See,
it
but,
SPL?
special
Special
consideration.
consideration.
Yeah.
You want to check bulk upload and folder creation.
Anything else? If anything does strike you later,
Well,
feel free
I mean, I just said instructions on.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of part of this.
Is it
Yes, it's
Yeah.
really
I'll
printing
just say
around.
instructions
Yeah,
slash.
and suggestions.
Yeah, something like that.
Naming
iTeach.
convention.
Like I'm saying, it shouldn't be in truth, I'm talking about what it
Yeah,
needs to
in
show on
iTeach.
In
your
iTeach,
iTeach
yeah.
as a
Yeah.
mouse over, you know, when it comes
Yeah.
up with that little
Sure.
instruction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you can roll over it and see what it is
Yeah,
what
before
it's
you
been
commit to.
Yeah.
Initially, at least people need to know what it is, because they're just seeing related files, well, what is that?
Yeah, and whatever
Yeah.
communication
We'll
we
have
do,
to do
people
the
won't necessarily
Exactly.
read it.
Oh.
Yeah, and initially, if they click through and it's just empty, like what do I do with
Exactly.
this?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
might
Or
be tricky.
what can I do, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much it in terms of the demo. Anything else, Natalie, you want to cover?
Just a general question, do you think it's worthwhile? Is it, can you see people using it?
You can see
It's gonna
some
be
people
hard.
using it, but not everybody. It's a lot of people are not clued into this stuff. I mean, iTeach confuses a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is an opt-in feature that we're developing, but if there's overlap or benefit, then this is a good time to provide feedback, I
I
suppose.
think it'll be good to put it past the DAs, especially because I think it'll be useful for them, the department administrators, because I
Yeah.
think, you know, some of these files are, what they need to be.
What we're
used for.
anticipating is that we get people to put historical documents from the last few years at least, so that there's some sort of content there already.
It's definitely a culture change kind of thing. Because I think most of what they use right now is like OneDrive or Google Drive at
Yep.
the moment.
Email.
So it's just a change in thinking, you know, what they do at the moment. There's potential for sure.
Right, that's it, I guess. Thanks for coming.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you guys for making it happen.
Moderation report, that's something I see.
Sorry?
The moderation
Moderation.
report,
What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
that's a report that every convener has to do.
Well, we call